Anybody go fishing anymore? Like, actually, get some rods and some reels. Is it a rod and a reel? Get a rod, some lure, tackle, worms. Anybody ever do the cricket thing? Does anybody do that anymore? Anybody go out there and try to catch a bass? Maybe deep sea fish. I don't see it pop up on anybody's social media. Charlie got into it for a little while, and so did Antanas. They both went through a phase, and stuff's expensive these days. I don't feel like the return on investment is good. We never had bass for dinner. It was never like a catfish night. We also didn't have a boat, and nobody likes seafood, so there's probably some correlation to that. But it's weird. August is here, and I guess we're all about to go fishing, whether we like it or not. One fish, two fish, go fish, no fish. It's about that time. So let's go fishing, y'all.
Why? The Players Club tour. Check the tape, make the move. The Tuesday morning rainbow, why? It's calling out your name. One bad injury can really change the game. I'm looking at the stats, I'm digging through the depth. I'm counting every yard and every single breath. The Players Club is ready, boys are talking trash. Better set your roster before you feel the crash. Plug it in, wire it up. Ready to go for the Players Club. No wire, no wire. Make the train, get the ring. Listen close for the news I bring. The wire, the wire.
The song gets me hyped up every time. Gets me ready to go. But let's jump into it. What's going on? What's going on, y'all? So, Panthers hit with another injury already. Brazel got out for the season, torn LCL, and then they said that he had to get a second opinion. He might have been able to come back maybe halfway late in the season, which they're probably doing the right thing, but it's kind of weird, right? Scorton's out, Taylor Moton, like this, blood clot. Now Razzle Dazzle, he's gone. He gone. Opens the door for XL, which I'm excited about. They said he looks good. I mean, we bought this for a couple years, but I guess this is a put up or shut up time for old XL. But what is going on over there? Now, the silver lining, I would say, is I did hear that some big guy for New Orleans, like one of their defensive linemen, he's out for the season, tore his ACL too. So that's cool. I mean, not for him, but, as a Panther fan. And then I also heard that Penix is hurt and not going to be able to start the season. And then also now Tua is hurt, and so they don't have a quarterback in Atlanta. So here we go. And then Vita Vea has demanded a trade in Tampa. Mike Evans is gone, and Baker Mayfield feels disrespected, and he's unhappy. So we're all dealing with it. I don't think it really changes much. So yeah. What do you do? Chicken Caesar salad. All right. I want to talk about the fucking Dodgers ruining baseball for 2 seconds. Papa, I know you're a fan, but those guys suck ass. I mean, not in the literal sense, like they're really a good baseball team and they just keep getting better. I just don't understand how they keep the money. I mean, are they the Yankees now? Like, if anybody should feel offended, shouldn't it be the Yankees? Like, as a Braves fan, I'm sitting here going, this doesn't even make sense. But as a Yankees fan, I feel like they should be, throwing up, arms going, what the fuck, dude? Like, this was us. They took our spot. It feels like the Yankees should fight the Dodgers fans. Like, I want to see an all out brawl, but Yankees are not even winning their division. I know this is a football kind of focused thing, and a lot of you guys don't really like baseball, but anyway, I just hate the fucking Dodgers, and I wanted to say that, so fuck Dodgers for ruining baseball, and they're probably going to be the reason we don't have baseball in 2027, so just remember that. Dodgers suck. Sorry, Papa. I know you're a fan. All right, what else is going on? Dude, what's going on with freaking Jordans, man? The sneakers, dude. Like, they're sitting on shelves. Like, I remember right after COVID, like, you couldn't buy. I know everybody had money in their pockets, right? And they had all the stimmy and ready to buy something. And I don't know if sneaker culture peaked at that point. I don't know if Jordan culture peaked at that point. Like, what happened right at that moment? Because dude, people were buying whatever. It was like you couldn't get a pair of Jordans. Like, it doesn't matter, Jordan lows, like they basic colorway, no colorway, like something you never heard of. So it'd be like whatever. Didn't even have to be special edition. Like million pair runs were selling out like crazy. And the resale market was obscene. I was in Orlando around that time on a vacation, and I remember going to this sneaker store and seeing some basic run shoes going for 3 times the price. And like, I'm literally serious. They were $500 for a pair of something you've never heard of at this point. That definitely didn't resell that high. So it's been weird to me. And the other day, I was in Lenox Square. Charlie and I were down in Atlanta touring Georgia Tech, and we stopped by the mall, and I hadn't cruised around a mall in a while, and it's actually a nice mall. It's full. It's got all kinds of stuff. Even had a shoe repair place, like a cobber. What is it? Cobbler? I don't know. Either way, I haven't seen one of those in a mall in forever. Like, take your old, dusty penny loafers and get them fitted or whatever. But so they had that going on, and we're walking around, pretty cool mall, and dude, there was just like Jordan 3 True Blues just like sitting on the shelf, dude, just sitting there in all sizes. Yeah, and I mean, if you know anything, I mean, I'm just like, what? Flint's came out today. The what are they, 13s, and they're literally sitting there. They came out at 10 a.m. I checked the website, or I checked GOAT today, and they're going for under retail. So I don't know. I know these new kids, young kids, teenage kids, they don't give a shit about no Jordans. So that's probably part of the market and what's going on, and then probably flooding the market with all of these retros. I feel like within the past 2 years, I don't know if it was a response to 2020, 21, 22, or if Nike's been kind of eliminating resellers or whatever. Anyway, I'm rambling. Jordans are just sitting there on the shelves. There's some threes, True Blues. I mean, Flints. Go get them, man. Those are fire. All right, let's bring it back. I want to talk about draft night. Thanks for the response, man. That was crazy. The group chat was blowing up with votes on response to last week's draft night debate on what we should do. Now, I want to get into that a little bit and figure out how we do this. I've kind of figured out throughout the course of the week, reading all these responses and hearing what everybody has to say, people calling, texting. We're a house divided on this. So somebody's not going to be happy. And it just is what it is. I saw Belty's response. It said, how about I just pick a date next time and tell everybody when it is? And that's probably what I'll end up doing. I thought this was be a more amicable way for everybody to get involved, but it has been something that's kind of rotated around over the years. I don't want to get too in depth with history because I feel like I've done that on the past couple of pods talking about it in general. But we need to nail that down. So a couple things that were out of the question is nobody voted for the Saturday date. So, just they're gone. It really came down to the 30th and to the 6th, September 6th, which is Labor Day weekend. I've got, pretty much everybody here. And the thing is from who I polled, I basically had 3 for the 30th, which was Ev, Thig, and Dean. And I had 4 for the 6th, which was Case, Dylan, Belt, and Papa. And then I had 3 no votes, Tommy, Steven, and Drewby. Either way, that's a 4-3 current. And as far as I go, if I don't want a tiebreaker vote, I would go for the 6th. So I think that the caveat to that is because it's not a school night, and it would be Labor Day weekend, we push it back to the 7 p.m. hour. Give everybody a little bit more daytime to hang with the family, golf, whatever. But I think the idea around it is that is the closest date till the season starts. So we would draft that Sunday, and then Thursday would be the first game of the year. So if there was any trading or anything, I think we avoid all injury problems whatsoever. With it being 4 days out from the start of the regular season, I don't see anybody getting injured between Sunday night and Thursday. So that's a clear picture there. I think that those that want to make this a celebratory evening have that opportunity. And also, it doesn't interfere. It's not too late or too early in the day. You don't miss your whole day. So, yeah, that's it. That's the decision. Love it or hate it. All right. So we figured out draft night. Let's shift gears. Let's just talk about drafting. Well, Scotty J won last year, right? Everybody knows that. And he's been in it several years in a row. So just putting together great teams. He's made the playoffs 4 out of 6 seasons. 2 third place finishes, a second place, and a first place finish. So this guy's dangerous in the playoffs. We all know that. So, we need to figure out what he's doing, right? So I wanted to look at his drafts and figure out how to draft like Scotty J. Let's do
If
that.
you want to know how to draft like Scotty J, then listen up close and don't delay. Woo, 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 woo.
All right. First thing, every year I'm pretty much he's doing the same draft, guys. He's not fooling anybody. We're sitting here and he's just walking in and doing his same thing and he's finishing fantastically. The years he didn't make it was injury related, by the way. This wasn't like poor picks. This was just unfortunate circumstance. And that happens to everybody. But what does he do? First round is pretty much a best available player, but it's always a wide receiver. That's a safe choice. I think that a lot of times the running backs deal with a lot more injury risk, right, than the receiver. So as a top pick, he's made out a lot of years with the receiver, and there you go. First pick locked in, right? Safe, high ceiling, high floor. We're good. All right. Next pick. So the next 2 rounds are interchangeable. It goes one or the other way. One way or the other. Apologies. He's either going to grab a running back, best available. I've no preference. I've seen him no preference. It's literally best available, or top end quarterback. And then when it comes back in the 3rd round, it's the opposite. So if he went quarterback, he's getting the best available running back, no matter what. Or he's taking best available quarterback, which normally in that scenario, depending on where he's drafted, he's getting a top 3. He's getting Lamar. He's taking Pat Mahomes back in the day when he was there. Joe Burrow. He always getting a top guy, right? In those first 3 rounds. Okay. So then what's next? All right. Round 4 comes around and he's going running back. So now he's got those two locked up, right? He's got 2 running backs. He's got a top end quarterback, and he's got a top flight wide receiver. This sounds like a nice core, right? You got your highest end guys safe. You got your 2 workhorse guys. All right, and this is where it gets funky. Okay, so in the 5th round, normally what I'm seeing is high end tight end. Take the best tight end off the board, whoever that is. Travis Kelce, a lot of years, but he's diversified, but he's solid, top to bottom, right? And then what does he do? He comes back in. So he's already got the quarterback. He's got the tight end taken care of. And he's got his core 2 running backs. And he's got his top end wide receiver. This is a great start. And he does this every year, guys. He does it every year. You can learn a lot from this guy. So then what does he do? Running back, wide receiver, wide receiver, wide receiver, wide receiver, running back, wide receiver. It's just loading up, right? And these guys tend to hit. When he always does is the best one is he gets that backup Panthers running back every single year, and it becomes a factor. Whether it was Rico Dowdle or who else, maybe it was Chuba before it was Chuba, it was, I don't know. I can't even remember all the guys we've had over the years. Deontay Foreman, whatever. I feel like there was a Michael, like there was a Jackson or a Johnson or something. Anyway, that's how to draft like Scotty J, guys. Don't overthink it. He's doing the right thing. He's being smart about it, and he's setting himself up for like a lot of, guy goes down, he's got backups, but he's got top end guys at every position. Don't overthink it. Draft like Scotty J.
If you want to know how to draft like Scotty J, then listen up close and don't delay. Woo.
Let's do the top 5.
This week's top 5.
All right. It's getting there. We're getting there. Close. I was been compiling a whole bunch of top 5 concepts, and I've been compiling a whole bunch of top 5 concepts, ideas, and things that we can talk about. But one thing that I wanted to talk about was maybe what about those celebrity sightings? When's the last time you saw a celebrity out in the wild? I've seen quite a bit. Not most recently, we'll get into that, but definitely got some good stories around them. But yeah, I thought this would be fun, and this would have been a fun one to do with Case. Maybe we can kind of revisit. But who was your best celebrity sighting outside of who was your best celebrity sighting? So I got some honorable mentions, people that I've seen, working in Craven nightlife and things like that. I've seen a lot of guys come out. We've been very respected because of the hookah program and some of the other things that we've done there and been recognized. So we've had some really cool people come out over the years. I got to meet Russell Westbrook, Paul Pierce, Jonathan Stewart, the Joker, Jokic came in once. And one time we even denied Mario Chalmers' entrance because of dress code violations, which was hilarious, by the way. Some other people that I saw Pat Ewing at a Subway one time, which was weird, kind of caught me off guard. And but I didn't know how to dress. It just was like, when you see Pat Ewing in the wild, that's Pat Ewing, but he is a large person, and I didn't react in time, and he just walked right past me, and so I wouldn't count that as a top 5 for me. Anyway, also saw Shooter McGavin. I don't even know that guy's real name. I should look that up. But when I was back at Wilmington, this was during Happy Gilmore days, and he literally was at the bar, and I was just like, man, it was awful. I felt bad. You could tell he was just like douche, He was and I was. Anyway, let's do top 5. So number 5, just recently, like I said, the reason that I thought about this is I was recently in DC and I'm at this high-end club, and literally when I say club, it was like a dinner club, a very country club-esque type situation, and we're on this 10th floor rooftop balcony and having dinner. I'm with my partners Adam and Sheldon and our general contractor for our project up there. And we look over, and they were kind of rushing us out because it was late. It was about 11 o'clock at night, and we're getting ready to leave, and the whole place is clearing out. Well, they go to set a table, and I look over, and it's fucking Woody Harrelson and Bill Maher. But we couldn't do anything because this place required, when we came in, to put a sticker over our cell phone. So, like, literally there was a sticker that I would have to go right here to cover, so there was no photos available. And but I mean, I was literally 6 feet away from them. And those, if you don't know me, I'm a huge Cheers fan, always have been. It's one of my favorite shows of all time, and I'm like, oh my god. Meanwhile, Adam, Sheldon are not impressed at all. They're not big Woody Harrelson fans, nor Bill Maher fans for that matter, and they're like, oh yeah, it's Bill Maher. And I'm just like, I didn't do anything. I left. But next up had to be number 4. Number 4, I am in New York City. I'm with Case. We're outside of Katz's Deli, and we look over, and there is Dan Marino. And before I could say anything, Case not only screams but points and goes, "There's Dan Marino," like this. And Dan Marino turns around and goes, and we didn't know what to do. I mean, I didn't know what to do. I was like starstruck, but it was definitely Dan Marino. And then Case said, "Oh, the train is over here," and we just walked off. And then he looked so relieved that we didn't approach him or anything. But the screaming and pointing was hilarious. Number 3, I was also in New York one time, and I'm with Charlie. This was back in 2021. And we're walking around Manhattan and right around Rockefeller Center, and we see, I see what appears to be Black Thought from The Roots. And I look over, and I'm like, that's got to be him. And then I see a couple people walking up and giving him like high fives, and they're taking pictures, and I'm like, it's definitely. And so I walk up and I approach, and I'm just like, man, huge fan. Can I please, get a picture? And he's just like, absolutely, man. He's out there smoking a little J, and he's like, we're actually filming right now, and we're on our break. We got about a 45-minute break. So I just stepped out for a little bit, and then he started asking me about why I was here with my son, and I was telling him we had been on this baseball tour, and he was really complimentary. He was just a really nice person. It was like he wanted to get to know me as much as I wanted to get to know him. It was very, very cool, very cool. So shout out to Black Thought. Really cool. All right, at Crave Once, number 2, I got to meet Drake comes in, and you know what I'm talking about. Shutting shit down at the mall. Yeah, so he walks in, and he's so we get a phone call that he's coming in, and we're like, there's no way. About 20 minutes go by, and I'm in the back of the house, and a girl busts through the door, and she's just like, he's here. And everybody's running around crazy, and sure as shit. So I gather everybody. I'm like, just be cool, like treat him, we'll do the best we can, but don't fan out, on this guy. And within 10-15 minutes, I walk around the corner, and the sous chef at the time is sitting at the table with Drake, like literally sitting there. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? And he goes, oh, are you the manager? Are you the guy in charge? And I was like, yeah. And he goes, oh, I wanted to tell him how good the food was. He goes, sit down and hang out with me for a while. And I'm freaking out, right? So I do, and then again we have like conversation that was like really cool because it was almost like Drake when he was asking me about hookah in Charlotte. He was telling me that he has a hookah bar in Toronto and how they prepare theirs, and we were just, I mean, literally rapping for what was all of, I don't know, 5-10 minutes. He's like, "You want to get a picture?" And I'm like, "Yeah, of course, duh." So did that. But the number one celebrity sighting was Shaq. So it was NBA All Star Weekend 2019, and I'm working. We had to host a ton of events, and sure as shit, Shaq walks in with like 5 guys who was apparently a security detail, but they were all like my size, which was hilarious because they just looked like the first dudes, and he was the big boss at the end, and it was really funny. But he came over, sat down, and it was hard, and it was kind of like Drake too, where he kind of flagged me down, and I was like trying to be cool, but not necessarily fan out. Anyway, we ended up talking, and he was saying how much he liked hookah. He wasn't really a big drinker, but he loved smoking hookah, and he loved the place, and he asked if he could come back the next night, and I'm like, yeah. And he took my phone number, and then we ended up taking pictures together and stuff like that, and then literally get a phone call the next night, and I'm answering, and just, hey Glenn, is it cool if I come through? And yeah, that was cool, getting a call from Shaq. So anyway, that's my top 5 celebrity sightings.
This week's top 5.
All right, guys, you know what time it is. It's that time that I just like to ramble about some non-sports related stuff. And today I was thinking about things that you no longer see at a house. From a nostalgia standpoint, like when you were growing up, especially in the 80s and 90s, when we were growing up, let me clarify, when we were growing up, in the 80s and early 90s, things that would be around a house, and I don't see them anymore. I mean, if I do, I get really in. I don't want to say I get into it, but I mean, it definitely throws me for a loop. But like, one is popcorn ceiling. Like, did everybody's house have popcorn ceiling? Because I feel like I remember the first time I went to somebody's house that didn't have it, and I was like, oh, this is luxury. This is really nice. This is high end. This must be how Mark Hamill lives. Futuristic. This is some Captain Kirk shit. But yeah, popcorn ceilings, and then it was like, then there were none. I don't know. I mean, I saw something about it, and they collected a lot of dust and showed imperfections, and they were just kind of gross and tacky and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, popcorn ceilings, they went away. Wainscoting, you know what that is? That's that like wood paneling. I mean, that at one point seemed everywhere, especially like playrooms. And it like looked nice until you touched it, and then it felt cheap. So I don't know. I mean, I was never a fan, but part of me kind of wants a wainscoted basement. I feel like I could make it work. But I think part of the cheapness was sometimes it felt like they just put that shit up on studs, and it was like there was nothing behind it. I feel like if it had like some sort of backing behind it where it was solid, then you could almost sell it. But yeah, wainscoting. R.I.P., man. What about the toilet seat cover and mat that was like shag carpet? When's the last time you saw a toilet seat cover? I don't know why I think about this shit, but it like whenever I see one, or I have seen one, I'm just like, yo, look at this Brady Bunch shitter. This is crazy. Think about like what y'all know. Y'all missed the toilet a couple times, so that mean that pee just lingering up in that like shag little decorative thing. Or remember the one that go on the top of the lid too. They had like, it was like a whole set. They would sell it by like a little three thing set, and that's how you had to dress up the dumper. Couldn't have no improperly dressed shithole. For real, you needed that. All right, last one I was thinking about, but the biggest one is the waterbed. Dude, I wanted a waterbed so bad. Like, waterbeds kind of said you were rich, that, you know, you lived life without boundaries, you know, that you were Bruce Lee-esque, right? You became one with water, with every, you know, dream. Think about it. It's real. And there was no like, I mean, it had a heater. There was some complexity to it. You could heat the water up or cool it down, stay cool in the winter, warm it up but I only knew a handful of people, and it felt like only their parents would have one. I can't recall actually ever sleeping on a waterbed. Did any of you guys have waterbeds? It feels like it might have been like it might have fucked your back up in retrospect. I don't know if I would have liked that. I don't know if I would have liked jiggling around on a big old bed titty, you know? Like, I'm just trying to get some sleep. Like, how does that work for other activities? You know? Are you creating waves? Is it helping on the backstroke? I don't know. I guess I'll never know, because I don't even know if they make waterbeds anymore. But either way, that's going to do it for today. I was going to wrap it up for you guys. Appreciate it. And guys, we're only like a month away or so. Like, literally 5 weeks. 5 weeks. So you got your draft position. You got your draft date. We're going to say keepers are due September the 3rd. Okay. So September the 3rd, 7 p.m. September the 3rd, 7 p.m. Draft keepers are due. A lot of people are asking me, if I submit them early, do I get them in that round? No. On September 3rd, wherever they're at, is where you're going to get those guys. So you can tell me now. I can plug them in. I'll adjust it all. And if you change your mind on September 3rd before 7 p.m., I'll take them out and do whatever you want me to do. It's not really that big of a deal. I'm keeping Josh Allen in the 3rd and Brandon Aubrey in the 16th. So there you go. If you want somebody to start the train, but do whatever you want to do. All right, guys. Peace out. Bye-bye.
Why? The Players Club tour. Check the tape, make the move. The Tuesday morning waiver wire is calling out your name. One bad injury can really change the game. I'm looking at the stats, I'm digging through the depth. I'm counting every yard and every single breath. The Players Club is ready, boys are talking trash. Better set your roster before you feel the crash. Plug it in, wire it up, ready to go for the Players Club. The wire, the wire. Make the train, get the ring. Listen close for the news I bring. The wire, the wire. Got a 3-team deal on the table tonight. Giving up a superstar to make a flex right. Buy low, sell high, that's the way we live. Take everything they got, leave nothing left to give. From the first round pick to the sleeper on the bench. We're digging in the dirt, we're grinding in the trench. Plug it in, wire it up, ready to go for the Players Club. The wire. Trade, get the ring. Listen close for the news I bring. The wire, wire. Who's next on the list? The wire, 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 wire. Who's next on the list? The wire. The Players Club. Stay tuned.